Hey everybody, it's Jennifer Ramsey. I am your instructor for the communication class you're taking. I'm recording this video kind of for all of my students in all of my classes. This is just a simple, who am I, what makes me tick, because I think it's important for you to know that there's a real person who's teaching this class and you're not just a number in a computer, and I'm not either. This is not an automated class. We're going to have some interactions. Communication is a big department, so you might be coming to me from a variety of subjects. I teach a lot of public speaking, especially for dual credit students. So I go all over the state, mostly in the west side, but working with students in different school districts who are learning public speaking, which is really fun. I've taught that for years. Teach business and professional speaking, which is a bit of a more professional one that we offer usually to our college level students, but some high school students take that one as well. And then I teach Intro to Communication, which is a really fun course about, you can tell I like all these classes. This is why I majored in it. It's about culture and communication, and it's kind of an entry point course. It's, I think, a really good first class in public speaking. So if you're in that, that's a good one. Interpersonal communication, which looks at human relationships and how we communicate with each other. And that's all on the speech side. Then if you're coming to me as a filmmaker or a journalist or an advertising and PR person, you might have me for anything from intro to mass communication, media literacy, some filmmaking production classes. You might have me for an activity course that's helping you put together your final project or video. Or I might just be your advisor helping you through your final capstone experience in our final class. So I'm the department chair, so I get to have the lovely hat that gets to teach all of these things. If you can't tell by that long list, communication is a very fascinating field. It covers a lot of different things, everything from theater to music videos to professional speaking, TED Talks, debate, mock trial, all kinds of crazy healthcare communication, business communication stuff. So it's a very broad field, and it's one I really enjoy. Because it gets down to the interpersonal relationships and how to create better interactions with people you're close to, all the way up to how to give a speech in front of thousands of people or make a film to be distributed for people to see or something like that. So communication is a wonderful field. I'm glad you're here. Glad you've joined us. I'm very passionate about it. I've been in it, for a while, about 20 years in total now. So anyway, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Some things about me that just make me more human, not hopefully to you. My interests out here in Midland, Texas are surviving the deserts. So I leave a lot whenever I get a chance to go somewhere for professional development or that there's water, I go. So I like beaches and mountains and rivers and trees and lakes. And so moving to the desert was a bit of an adjustment for me. How I've fallen in love with the people out here and the vision these people have for making a community whole and real. And I love that when you drive somewhere out here, you see a tree, someone has planted that tree and nurtured that tree and cared for that tree. So if you're new to Midland and Odessa, I came here in '84 with my daddy. He was an oil man. And then I left for 14, 15 years and came back to raise my kids. I understand it's an adjustment, especially if you're a nature buff. If you're really having trouble with that, email me because I've got some great ideas for you that really is close as 2 hours away from here. We have lakes, and as close as 3 to 4 hours away from here, there are mountains. So, and the beach is 6 to 7 hours away. So you can get to these places, but you just have to drive. And a lot of us do that out here a lot. The other thing I'm really into besides nature is fitness. I'm on a trek with that. So I'm doing a lot of Zumba dancing, a lot of weightlifting, which I don't like. Yeah, but I'm doing it because my trainer says I have to. I'm trying to not have too much crap in my coffee, although, well, you can't see it, but today, not so much. Love me some Starbucks. Hope you do too. What else? I rescue dogs. We have a real bad problem out here with the dog population, and our shelters are not no-kill, so it's a very big deal to me to help dogs that are in trouble. So I have a heart for them. I have 3 living with me right now. They're driving me crazy, but I love them. Very into film and theater and music. When I have time, I sing with the Midland Odessa Chorale. I'm an alto. Whoops, I'm gone. There, I'm back. Wow, magic of filmmaking. I also have done a few shows, mostly with Odessa College, but sometimes I perform with Midland Community Theater. I've done Les Mis, The Diviners, uh, gosh, I'm going blank, but a few of them. The Sweeney Todd. I really enjoy working with our theater program. It's an excellent department that we have here. And I go to as many productions out here as I can because all the theaters here are doing a great job. Love movies, so I'm at the movies whenever I can be, and I'm loving the fact that we're in the Star Wars era, and I'm raising two little boys. They're 8 and 9 years old. So anyway, that's a little bit about me. I'm a single mom. So those of you who are dealing with single parenthood, I understand. I had a great marriage, so done that, and in the last year it wasn't so great. Now I'm a single mom, so I wasn't expecting that in life. None of us probably are, but I do understand what it's like to balance school, work, and children, sometimes very young children, at the same time. I have two little boys. They're 8 and 9. They go to the UTPB STEM Academy. And they're 8 and 9 right now. They're about to be 10 and 8. So anyway, I think that's enough about me. But I just wanted to let you know I'm a real human being. And the other thing I want you to know is it's hard for all of us. I understand the craziness of balancing work and family and school and family. And when I was in high school, I was in so many activities and had parents with grades and drama teachers on my back. And so I don't think for a second that I'm the only thing in your life. I do want you to give the course good attention and priority, and that's for your sake, not mine. I don't want you to have to do this again. I want you to come in and do it well and do it right. If you're feeling awkward about time commitment with college, some of you, this is your first class in college, I really encourage you to sit down and have talks right away. Sit your family down and say, this is what I'm doing. It's going to lead to a better job. It's going to lead to me being able to help our family more in the future. But for the next year or two, or however long you're committing, I'm going to need some time. And for every college class you're taking, you really need to clear out the equivalent of on our 8-week schedule, the equivalent of a part-time job. If you're a dual credit student, you need to plan on this being about a 2-hour-a-night commitment, 5 days a week. If you're an 8-week student, it's going to run, any of our college classes will run anywhere from 15 to 20 hours a week of work for a 3-hour course. So plan on that. Don't be taken surprised by that. I get a lot of students who are like, I didn't know this was going to be so much time and work. And I'm like, well, yeah, this is college. It's not log in on the weekend and throw everything together and take a whole course in 2 days. That doesn't work. So if that's kind of the way you've been doing things, I encourage you also with your employers. A lot of you as students I know are working in retail and restaurant. And I know what they do out here. They're short staffed and they call you in and they're always having an emergency. Well, if they needed for you to get this degree to help them through their emergency, they wouldn't already be calling you. So this is about you investing in yourself. And I think it's important to treat your employer well and be very committed to the things you've said you'd do and the times you'd say you'd be there. But if it's getting near assignments being due and you weren't supposed to be coming in, you might have to set some boundaries. And I know that can be a little bit awkward, but it's going to hurt you in the long run if you don't. So I think it's really important at the beginning of a semester to sit your employer down and make sure that your schedule is set up for you to be successful and whatever that looks like for you. Make sure that you're getting the days off you need to do your work or the time off you need. Make sure they know when finals week is going to hit, especially if you're in the December dates, because they will go into panic starting Thanksgiving and leading up to that. And I've had a lot of students that have trouble successfully completing because they're retail or their restaurant in December. So make sure your employer knows well ahead of time when you're going to need off for things, and try to get a consistent as you can schedule in those environments. What else would I tell you? If you do have some kind of huge emergency, and by that I mean someone's in the ER, there's blood, there's something very dramatic that really is out of your hands, talk to me. Email me. Don't just disappear on me. I can't steer a parked car that's not moving, but I can probably help you find a way through that and to stay successful, assuming that we can keep you going. So don't disappear. That's the main way students. I don't know what my computer's doing here with the blackouts. But that's the main reason students will have trouble in a class is they just disappear. I really do care about you. I'm not doing this because this is a fun pastime or I can't get another job elsewhere. That's really not true for me. I've had choices, but I love students and I love that if you're choosing to take these classes, you're choosing to take the next step towards your future. And I want to be a part of that. I consider that a privilege. And I consider it a privilege to introduce you to this field that I'm so passionate about called communication. So if you need something, in this case, you have an instructor who really does care about you. So please don't hesitate to email me. If you have a question, don't apologize. You're not bothering me. I'm paid to be here for you. You have hired me, and I'm excited about that honor. So I kind of look at myself more as a coach than a teacher. I don't really like talking at you as much as I like helping to guide you through an experience that is going to teach you something. So anyway, welcome to my class, whichever one you're in. And make sure you watch the videos and notes I've posted for you right away so you don't get lost. If you get in trouble, look at the faculty contact information on your syllabus and get in touch with me. And if you can't find even that, call this Wrangler Express Center and get someone to help you get logged in. So anyway, have a great day, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you. It's the best part of teaching is getting to know my students. So looking forward to that, and you have a great rest of your day, and welcome to class.